Thin lemon cookies. Whenever I see lemons, I just crave to squeeze them out on something. I really just want to make something out of it. The taste and the fragrance it gives to even the simplest things are just amazing. So today, I decided to make something with you guys that makes use of these beautiful lemons. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Cookie and today I'll be making some delicious lemon cookies to fulfill all the lemon cravings. Are you ready to squeeze all those lemons? So keep watching, get your things ready, and follow the whole process with me. So guys, lemon thin cookies are crisp, thin, and lightly lemony just as the name suggests. This lovely little cookie is the ideal tea or snack treat. Honestly, it's just a straightforward little cookie. It has no nuts, chunky chips, or gooey filling. Its simplicity is why I worked so hard to perfect it. When making a simple recipe such as angel food cake, shortbread cookies, or a perfect creme brulee, the quality of ingredients and technique becomes even more important. With no fillers to distract you, this cookie is all about getting that one perfectly light and crisp bite. So for these cookies, here are all the ingredients you'll need. Make a list so that you won't miss out on any one of them. Number 1. Ingredients. Okay, here's butter. For this recipe, you'll need 1 whole stick of butter which is softened. Then we have a cup of sugar. Next we have an egg here. Just 1 egg is needed for this recipe. And I've collected the lemon zest here as well. Approximately, you'll need the zest of 1 lemon. Then we have a tablespoon of lemon juice. And we still need more lemon flavor, so we will add 1 teaspoon of lemon extract. Then comes the most important ingredient, which is the all-purpose flour. You'll need 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour in it. Then obviously we need some rising flour as well, so for that we'll use a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and also a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And lastly, we will add just a pinch of salt. These are all the 10 ingredients you'll need to make the perfect lemon thin cookies. Now, let's get all our things aligned to mix all these ingredients up. Number 2. Method. Okay, before we start mixing the ingredients, I'll just let the oven preheat to 350 degrees. Now, let's take a large mixing bowl and we'll add in all our dry ingredients except for sugar. So, we'll start with the flour. Here it goes. Then we'll add in our baking powder and baking soda. Next, we'll add a pinch of salt as well. Now, put it aside while we deal with the wet ingredients. Now we'll take our mixer bowl and add in the softened butter and sugar approximately. Now turn on the mixer and mix it for 3 minutes until you notice that the color has changed to light and the texture is fluffy. Now we'll add the egg, as well as continue mixing it until the batter looks fluffy enough. Right here, just the fluffiness we're looking for. Okay, now let's add all those lemons to it. We'll start with the lemon zest, then we'll go in with the lemon juice, and lastly, here goes the lemon extract. And now we'll just mix them until they're well combined. It's time to add the dry ingredients now. I'll just get the bowl here. Okay, now we'll slowly add them and keep mixing. The reason that we're adding it in slowly is that we don't want any lumps in it. Now we'll add more and mix until just combined. That's it, we're done with making the cookies. The next step is to align the batter on the parchment paper. Here's the parchment paper. You see this one here is lined. It makes it easy to drop the batter at the right place. I'll just use a cookie scoop. First, I'll lightly spray it with oil and then just scoop out the batter one at a time. Okay, so the cookies are all lined up. We'll put it in the oven now and let it bake approximately 11 minutes. The cookies look ready, guys. We'll just remove them from the oven now. Smells so good, I just want to dig in already. But we have to let it cool before we transfer them to the plate. Let them cool for 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll move them to a wire rack to cool completely. Once done, we'll just place them on the plate. Why cooling is so important in cookies only because they will crumble. At this point, many of you might be thinking that if we're making thin cookies, then why did we add both baking powder and baking soda? We all know that they make the cookies rise. We all know that baking soda will react with the acidic lemon juice and release carbon dioxide into the batter. The carbon dioxide expands the air bubbles in the batter, causing the cookies to rise. But when we say baking is both a science and an art, we really mean it. I predicted that the soft butter would not be able to hold the bubbles, and I was correct. The bubbles eventually popped and the cookies collapsed slightly as they baked. Normally, we don't want things to collapse in the oven, but I was relieved to see it happen this time. And you can see here the result, the cookie has a light open crumb, but is still nice and thin. Also, when we talk about the sugar you should use in it, first I've been using confectioner sugar in the recipe because due to its smaller crystals, it absorbs moisture in the dough more readily. The cookies spread more when the sugar absorbs more moisture. Because I wanted these lemon thin cookies to be thin, I wanted them to spread. However, I am aware that granulated sugar is more commonly kept in the home than confectioner sugar. I decided to test the recipe with granulated sugar for ease of use, and I was amazed to see that the cookies made with granulated sugar seem to have a similar texture and crispness to those made with confectioner sugar right out of the oven. And let me tell you once and for all, the cookies made with confectioner sugar retain their crisp texture longer than those made with granulated sugar. They remain crisp even the next day. While you bake your batch of cookies, I'll just sit here and enjoy mine. That's all for today, folks, and we hope you enjoyed baking with us. Keep watching for more amazing recipes, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel on your way out. See you next time. Until then, bye!